Deal done. The Baltimore Ravens have once again made a bold move to bolster their secondary, and they've signed a big name. I'll tell you more about that in a moment. But first I want to ask you something. Are you happy with John Harbaugh's performance as the Ravens head coach? If you think the Baltimore Ravens should change their head coach, hit the like button and comment like this: Harbaugh out. If you think he should stay, comment why he should stay. The Ravens recently signed former All-Pro cornerback Desmond King to their practice squad. This decision follows the team's recent trade for another experienced cornerback, Tre'Davious White, and shows Baltimore's commitment to increasing its defensive depth. King, known for his versatility and aggressive style of play, could be an important asset as the Ravens navigate the challenges of the season. At 29 years old and in his 9th NFL season, King brings a wealth of experience and a proven ability to impact games in a variety of ways. Let's break it down. King was released by the Houston Texans last week after a relatively quiet season. He played in just 1 game this year and 7 last season after being released mid-season by the Pittsburgh Steelers, where he played 3 games. While his recent playing time has been limited, his track record speaks for itself. In 2018, during his 2nd season with the Los Angeles Chargers, King earned first-team All-Pro honors, cementing himself as one of the league's top nickel cornerbacks. Over his career, he has accumulated 9 interceptions, 9.5 sacks, and 35 passes defended, numbers that underscore his playmaking talent. What stands out about this move is its timing and purpose. The Ravens are likely addressing the absence of Arthur Maulet, who is sidelined with a calf injury but not expected to be placed on injured reserve. Head coach John Harbaugh mentioned earlier this week that Maulet's recovery is being monitored, but King's signing could be a precautionary measure to ensure depth, particularly at the nickel cornerback position. Against the Steelers last Sunday, Marlon Humphrey took the majority of snaps at nickel, with Kyle Hamilton and Ardarius Washington holding down the starting deep safety spots. While this combination worked well, the addition of King provides much-needed flexibility. Desmond King's ability to play both inside as a nickel corner and outside, if necessary, adds layers to Baltimore's defensive strategy. In Houston, he oscillated between positions, thriving as a nickel corner early in his career but spending more time as an outside corner in 2021 and 2022. This versatility ensures that the Ravens can adapt to different scenarios, whether they need him to step up as an inside presence or as additional support on the outside. His signing also allows the team to experiment without committing to an immediate roster spot, as King can be called up from the practice squad up to 3 times before requiring a permanent move to the active roster. This move came with a corresponding decision: the release of undrafted rookie cornerback Ryan McCooper Jr. from the practice squad. Cooper, who played in 1 game for the Ravens this season, now makes way for King's arrival. For fans, this shift might seem minor, but it signals a strategic pivot as Baltimore prepares for a stretch of tough matchups. The Ravens are clearly trying to stay ahead of potential setbacks, especially as injuries begin to pile up. While the Ravens' secondary has been solid, signing King adds insurance. It's a classic stay ready so you don't have to get ready move, a calculated step to prepare for any uncertainties. With the Ravens' defense showing flashes of dominance this season, this addition could help maintain their momentum. King's knack for creating turnovers and his ability to adapt to various roles might give Baltimore an edge in critical moments. This decision also reflects Baltimore's mindset. They're not content with just being competitive. They're aiming for sustained success. As the team prepares for practice tomorrow, all eyes will be on whether Arthur Maulet makes an appearance. If not, King might get a call-up sooner than expected, especially as the Ravens brace themselves for upcoming challenges.
What do you think, Ravens fans? Does the signing of Desmond King solidify the Ravens secondary, or do you think they still need to make additional moves? Let us know your thoughts and stay tuned for more updates as we follow King's journey in Baltimore. Beyond the immediate impact Desmond King might have on the Ravens roster, there's a broader context to consider. This move underscores the organization's meticulous approach to roster building, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Baltimore has a history of identifying players who may not have been in the spotlight recently but still possess the potential to contribute significantly when placed in the right environment. King fits this mold perfectly. His All-Pro season in 2018 may feel like a distant memory to some, but the Ravens clearly see an opportunity to tap into that same level of performance under the guidance of defensive coordinator Mike Macdonald. For King, this is more than just a new chapter. It's an opportunity to revive his career. The Ravens' defensive scheme, known for its complexity and aggression, could be the ideal setting for him to re-establish himself as a difference maker. Baltimore's penchant for disguising coverages and utilizing versatile defensive backs plays directly to King's strengths. His ability to blitz from the slot, provide run support, and hold his own in coverage makes him a unique chess piece. This isn't just about depth, it's about finding the right fit to elevate an already strong defense. The timing of this signing is critical. Baltimore is entering the thick of the season, where depth becomes paramount. Injuries have already tested the Ravens' secondary, with players like Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Williams, and Arthur Maulet missing time at various points. While Humphrey has returned and Williams is working his way back into form, the addition of King ensures that the team isn't caught off guard by any further setbacks. It's also worth noting how the Ravens' young secondary players, such as Brandon Stevens and Darius Washington, have stepped up admirably in recent weeks. King's experience could provide valuable mentorship for these emerging talents, even as he competes for snaps himself. What makes this signing even more intriguing is King's background as a special teams contributor. In his early years with the Chargers, he was a dynamic punt returner, averaging 13.8 yards per return in 2018, including a touchdown. While the Ravens have Devin DuVernay firmly entrenched as their return specialist, having another player with return experience on the roster is never a bad thing. It's unclear if the Ravens plan to utilize King in this capacity, but his versatility gives the coaching staff another option to consider. For fans wondering about the logistics, King's status on the practice squad allows the Ravens to ease him into the system. This approach provides flexibility, as the team can assess his readiness without immediately committing a roster spot. Given his experience and the Ravens' needs, it wouldn't be surprising to see him elevated sooner rather than later. The practice squad designation is more about strategy than skill. It allows Baltimore to keep their options open as they navigate a long and grueling season. Looking ahead, the real test will come when King steps onto the field, whether in practice or during a game. Can he quickly adjust to the Ravens' defensive system? Will he regain the form that made him one of the league's top cornerbacks just a few years ago? These are questions that will only be answered with time, but the Ravens are clearly betting on his upside. If King can tap into his all-pro potential, he could be one of the savviest midseason pickups in recent memory. This move highlights the Ravens' forward-thinking strategy. Baltimore isn't just focused on the immediate season, they're building a foundation for sustained success. Bringing in a player like Desmond King shows their commitment to constructing a roster ready to handle the unpredictable challenges of an NFL season. It's a calculated decision that aligns perfectly with their goal of dominating the AFC North and making a serious postseason push. King's versatility and experience could provide immediate impact, but his addition also strengthens the team's depth, which is crucial for a championship-caliber roster. Ravens fans, what do you think? Is this a bold move to bolster the defense, or do you see it as more of a long-term insurance policy? Let us know your thoughts as Baltimore continues its pursuit of NFL greatness.